Good evening, guys. This is Terry from Genki Gaming TV, and this small video here is going to be about the recent 4chan leaks for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. The only reason I'm covering the leaks is because whoever is leaking this information is claiming that there are going to be Johto Alolan forms. As some of you guys know, Johto is probably my favorite region. It's closely tied with Unova for my favorite region, but yet I always will love Kanto as well. But back on topic, I am going to link what I found on 4chan in the comment section, or in the little drop down below the video. I'm gonna read the post verbatim, basically. Hello everyone, I have recently been fired from Game Freak because they found out about me leaking game information. It seems this place is rife with people posting information, so now I will post the information I have for Ultra Sun and Moon. Doesn't really sound credible for me. I'm going off of the paraphrasing right now, because they could easily track this guy or girl down and figure out who they are. But nevertheless, we're just going to keep going. Ultra Sun and Moon are a what-if alternative to the take of the Sun and Moon universe. The game takes place later than the story of Sun and Moon. You play as the same character from Sun and Moon, but your adventure and your encounters will not be the same. New Pokemon will be featured in the regional decks. Basically, new Pokemon being featured in the regional decks, that sparks me as potentially Sinnoh, Unova, and more Johtomon being present. But we're moving on here. I'm going to jump off of paraphrasing here and there. Some Pokemon some Pokemon with different forms will get new ones in Ultra Sun and Moon. There will be new Oricorio forms, one of which is based on ballet theme and is ice flying. There are also new Alolan forms, this time with the focus on Pokemon from the Johto region. I think this Johto region, even though I really believe that this leak is fake, because there's not a lot of credibility here, but nevertheless, due to the fact that Johto is going to be our virtual console games, basically gold and silver, I would say that's a good guess or a good hint. But moving on, these variants are going to be Blossom, Xatu, the Remoraid line, and the Hoppip line. They are among the Pokemon getting Alolan forms. Blossom will become Fairy Poison, and part of the information talks about its constant rivalry with Oricorio. Hoppip, Skiploom, and Jumpluff are going to become Grass Steel, while the Remoraid line gains Steel type in addition to Water. As far as I have seen from designs, these Alolan variants don't have a drastic difference. The Hoppip line and Blossom are based on different flowers, and Remoraid and Octillery have Steel armor. I know what you guys are saying. Two Pokemon getting Steel subtyping. It kind of feels a little fishy, but whoa. Didn't we just have two new Ice types? Well, as the primary typing for Alolan Ninetales and Alolan Sandslash. I could see this as a potential version exclusive situation, but as of that, it does sound a tiny bit fishy. I know that, at least for Octillery and Remoraid's sake, I know a lot of people don't like them, for the most part, that they're not viable, but this could really make them good. This plus the Mega Launcher ability could really bring them up to the point of being viable in the meta. Excuse me there, for some reason my allergies are acting up, but nevertheless, we're moving on. The Alolan map has changed. There are now new areas and a couple of new islands. Hal is no longer your rival. He and Lily ended up going together on Hal's Island Challenge, leading to Lily becoming a trainer herself. Ooh, interesting. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon have two rivals, one of which will be the protagonist of the opposite sex. Previously inaccessible areas have been included in the map. Mega Evolutions have been renamed Z-Forms and is activated by a new function of the bracelet. There are new unique Z moves added. Alolan starters will get alternative evolutions to their original forms. That sounds fishy. I was following this until they said Z-Forms and alternative evolutions. I mean, it would be interesting if this was real, but Z-Forms are kind of pushing it, unless what actually has occurred is that Necrozma was shattered. That's the only thing I could really think of to make these Mega Evolution becoming Z-Forms a viable option, and the Alolan starters getting different evolutions. I mean, there could be more to it. The region could be completely altered, but nevertheless, some of the totem Pokemon are... And some of the totem Pokemon and some of the trials have changed. Not all captains and kahunas are the same. Hala is no longer a kahuna. Obviously, he's an Elite Four member. Team Skull and the Aether Foundation have different roles. The villain team is neither of them. The Pokemon World Tournament facility has been built and now on the now expanded Aether Paradise. Part of the postgame will feature a chain quest where the player visits 8 gyms situated on now finished empty lots, as well as another looker story. And the first comment is an anonymous saying, "Not biting for me." And then the next one, "How I know this is fake. Too good to be true." Another anonymous said, "Stop reading after what if." Mega Evolutions being renamed as Z-Forms, yeah, no. I'm just kind of moving along down here. I'm not going to read most of these. Let's see if the actual poster has posted anything else. Okay. It looks like the actual poster, I think they're going by the name Manura, actually posted a picture of Alolan Blossom. It looks rather sassy. Hopefully these pictures will still be up on 4chan. It says, "This is what I could remember from Alolan Blossom. The new design had a more sassy face to match the personality of Alolan Blossom." And there is also art of the Alolan Hip Hip line, or Hip Hop line. I'm tongue-tied, it's late. And although the Hop Hip become pale green, Skip Plume is dark green. Well, darker green than usual, and Jump Fluff is brown with beige cotton puffs. What I'm thinking is, if this is real, if there's any legitimacy to this, what I'm speculating is from the heat, instead of just wilting them, or wilting the leaf-like substances on them, like the flowers and the basic little plant propeller that Hoppip has, and the actual little pieces of cotton attached to Jump Fluff. What if it was hardened by the heat? But that's besides the point. We're moving on, and it looks like there's actually some other things here from Manura. unfortunately, I did not get to see what the alternative forms look like. I can only say that the Alolan starters keep their secondary or second form, so the alternative final form will still be derived from them. Can you sketch Xatu Alolan form? And the last thing they posted is I'll post ballet theme Oricorio and Alolan Octillery tomorrow. It looks like that was posted on Monday. Well, it's saying Monday, but it has today's date. Well, it does have Monday's date. I'm a little tongue-tied. I will post all 3 requested sketches tomorrow. Alolan Xatu is Psychic Dark and looks creepier than itself. I'm still looking here. Sorry I didn't get a chance to see them. All I know is starters keep their second form. Oh, it looks like the anonymous people are being rude again. It looks like Manura also says there's one other Oricorio form based on traditional African dances and that it would be ground flying. That'd be interesting. And people are calling them out. This reminds me of when they called out the initial leakers. And it looks like Manura actually does go through withdrawing Alolan Xatu. It does look darker. The sketch is alright. Apparently Natu remains the same as normal. And the sketches for Remoraid and Octillery look alright armored. And here's the information listed by Manura. Alolan, Remoraid, and Octillery, and although the Remoraid skin hardens in order to help it against hostile predator species that live in the waters of the region, Alolan Octillery wears Remoraid armor as a sort of helmet. And then someone posted something not so nice about Manura. So we're going to move on from that. And then Manura put, if you read again, you will see that I said the only other form. There are a couple new islands. 2 new Oricorio forms. Ice flying, Belletto style. Ground flying, Umgido style. Someone yesterday requested, this is what I can recall of the ice flying Oricorio. It does look pretty Oricorio-like for a sketch. Like I've been saying this entire time, I don't know the credibility of this at all. I know that people on here are not buying it at all. And they asked Manura what the gym types are. And Manura basically says that he or she doesn't know them all, but there's poison type, flying, bug, and still that they could remember. It looks like they're also specifying that some of the gym leaders are new characters, and that some of the characters in Sun and Moon will have like 2 roles or 2 purposes. I'm not exactly buying all of this. I do know that the fact that there are sketches means there's at least a certain level of low credibility, because someone isn't going to put all this effort forward really for something if they're trolling. And if they were truly trolling, they would make a Koro spread with this stuff in it. And basically, Manura also says, I have not seen the design of the Umgido style Oricorio, the ground flying one, if it exists. And I'm still seeing if there's anything else here. It looks like someone also asked about Leo and Lunala. What do you mean they appear separately in each game, and the form you see have seen them in are indeed Solgaleo and Lunala. And a lot of people are hoping this is fake, and they basically say it's up to you to believe what you want to believe. I can only say that this is not the same situation as in Black 2 and White 2. Okay. And there doesn't seem to be anything else. I will link this. There was also one other thing. I found it on Philly Beats You's Twitter account, and I'm not sure how far down it is or how I can basically provide this for you guys, but I will try. It basically says Ultra Evolution's Z moves did not have the success of Mega Evolutions, and this mechanic was avoided in Sun and Moon's development because of balance issues in-game. Ultra Evolutions are pretty similar to Mega Evolution mechanic, but they activate by parental bond. Some Pokemon getting this are Alolan Ninetales, and in parentheses it says Lily form, Cineroar, Primarina, Decidueye, and Arcanine. 2 new Ultra Beasts, Alolan forms for Johto Pokemon, Starter/Legendary Beast, and some Johto Dex Pokemon. More outfits, Megas and Ultra Evolutions enabled for VGC 2018. Mega Evolutions, not Ultra, for Delphox, Chestnut. Greninja has an Ultra, obviously. Legendary Beasts from Alola come for an habitual issue. I won't release that. They are Ice Suicune, Dark Entei, and Steel Raikou. Alolan Johto starters are Grass Fairy, Fire Ground, Water Dark. Manganium has wings and a flower necklace. Typhlosion has a volcano on his back, and Feraligatr has Sabertooth. Mega Evolution Delphox is a quadruped and has blue fire in each one of its tails. Mega Chestnut receives 2 gloves of quills. I'm not sure how good this even sounds. It sounds a bit fishy to me, but I wanted to share all of these leaks for you. This particular one I just read from Philly Beats You's Twitter is from June 24th. I know that we're all desperate for information, so I'm gonna say that these leaks are most likely fake. I just wanted to share them via the off chance of any of this even being viable or being credible at all. I know a lot of people aren't covering this, and I'll get some hasty comments for jumping on these leaks, but I just wanted to make sure that any Pokemon fans that are on my channel knew that these things were out there leak-wise. And as I've stated before, leaks are not credible until we truly see them. The fact that the 4chan leak has a little bit of art does cause me to think there's at least a tiny little grain of sand of credibility, maybe a 1 to 5 percentile, because I don't believe everything that leaker Manura posted. And I don't believe half of what was posted on the Philly Beats You's YouTube leak from the 24th either. I just wanted to share them both, just on the off chance of either of them being credible. From time to time, up until the release of Ultra Sun and Moon, if I find leaks, I will share them, just kind of as a precaution. I just want to get things out there because Pokemon fandom is very passionate about stuff. We all have certain mons we want to see. I'm still waiting for that Crystal Onyx to be a thing, but that's besides the point. So I do want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch and listen to this. I've been Terry with Ginky Gaming. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all of the support. Have a great morning, an excellent afternoon, and a stellar evening. I'm out.